The Samvada is about getting to know more about the Haridasa lineage, Haridasa philosophy in general. So last year we went through the Haridasa lineage, how did the Dasa Sahitya came about, and what are the proponents of the Dasa, who are the proponents of the Dasa Sahitya, and what are the values associated with that. And this year we will extend that a little bit further and see what is the relevance of the Dasa Sahitya in today's life for this generation, and particularly young people in particular. So without wasting much time, Shri Keshavrao, I just want to know, out in general, what is the relevance of Dasa Sahitya today? It's been over several hundred years since it's been composed, lineage has started. Does it stand any relevance today in our daily lives at all? So if so, broadly, what are they?
Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. As you all know, the philosophy is a very deep and complex subject. So earlier on in Samskrita, complex structures like Brahmasutra Bhashya, Veda, Upanishad, and Mahabharata, Ramayana, scriptures were hard for common man to understand and digest all those things. So the Haridasa Sahitya, what it has done is, it has brought the complex subjects in a simplified terms so that people can feel comfortable in following the complex principles that are given in our philosophy. And the philosophy is not something that's external to the life. Even our day-to-day life, we need the philosophy because the philosophical thinking is a scientific thinking, basically. The scientific thinking and philosophical thinking are not in two opposite directions. They are both logically consistent, but the Haridasa Sahitya in our day-to-day life, it has made that in simplified terms available for a common man to understand the complex philosophical principles. Basically, that's how it came, and in our day-to-day life also we digest that and try to utilize that, and the Haridasas have done a great service to us. This is a brief because of the time factor. I'm not going too much into details.
Do you want to add something?
Yeah, see, the problems, today's problems, everybody knows. The same problem, the fear, worry, anxiety, the losing something, it is there today. It was there even before, even Arjuna had that. So it will be there even for future. So Haridasa Sahitya, Dasa means whose Dasa? Isha is there. So bringing that into our life, how it helps, they communicated in a common man's language. If you note, it didn't come from some big institutions or the temple, great temples, Badri, etc., or a king's palace. It came right to the street where the common man lives, so it helps.
That's a fantastic introduction. So the other next thing that we usually hear about Dasa Sahitya, Shri Keshavrao, is about the ethical and the moral values that it exposes, right? So can you elaborate on that? What are the ethical and the moral values that we can imbibe?
Yeah. The ethical and moral aspects, they form a foundation, because if there is no ethical, moral principles, everything just falls apart. Even before we go to Paramatma and surrender to his feet, we need what is ethical, moral? Basically, what is right and what is wrong? Dharma, adharma. This aspect has to be given in Dasa Sahitya. Actually, every song that is there in Dasa Sahitya will have this flavor of this ethical and moral underneath that. You know, I just give a couple of examples, like Hariya Nineyada Narajanma Veke Narahariya Kondadada Nalige Eke. When it's saying that, it is saying that first of all, we should have faith in Paramatma. Then it tells what is the duty for each one, like Veda Vanodada Viprataneke. If everybody has to perform his duties, whether, you know, what you call ashrama dharma and vritti dharma. So whatever role they are playing, they have to perform that role perfectly. So it keeps Satya Shaucha Villada Achara Veke. So Achara needs Satya Shaucha. So these are the moral principles: the truthfulness, purity, and japa, tapa, bhakti, devotion. Without this, if you say Hari Puja, I do Hari Puja, but nothing is there, then it's not use. So Mata Pitara Seve, Puriv Sepe, Aliya Seve, and then, everything, whatever we say, all that, every Niti Neerillada. So Niti Neeru, that means morals. This is Niti Neerillada, what it says is, Niti Neerillada Kuta. Kuta means association. You tell me who your friends are and tell you who you are. So for the greatest moral principle background, what you need is, you need a good companionship. You tell me who your friends are and tell you who you are. So you have to make sure that your company is good company, then you are good.
Thank you. That's a wonderful explanation. I'd also want to know, in particular, Shri Meera, how can it help today's children? Because that's where we need to focus on mostly,
Young children,
right? This is good for all the elder ones.
Especially start young, catch them young. So when they are young, you have to do it. When the children are young, small kids, 4 or 5-year-old kids, you don't give a lecture to them. It doesn't. So you tell them stories, you tell them music. Right from when they are when you're home, you start singing to the children. The children get it when it is in a musical form, and also little stories, the connection stories. So you first start them in Haridasa Sahitya. So Dasa means there is a Isha. You imprint that. Ballida Bajakarige ಒಳಗೆ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So he is in the ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ. That you cultivate. They have to sit. What is meditation? You sit straight. When you sing a bhajan or whatever it is, you don't have to have any talent for a bhajan. Everybody can join. Even if you don't have voice, you can join. So the children sing. They have to sit. They have to behave. There is discipline. So it teaches, that's how you teach. And slowly you introduce. Ballida Bajakarige Hrudayadalli nintida. So somebody is watching you from inside. So you don't force from outside with instruction. He is here in your heart. He is watching. You cannot cheat. So you build this, what you call, for lack of better word, consciousness or conscious or manasakshi. You awaken it when they are young. That becomes a guiding principle.
Very correct.
For the children.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that wonderful points for both of you. So the other thing that I was thinking was the Dasa Sahitya, the Dasaru specifically, of that times, the revolution of the Dasa Sahitya was bringing about that social equality, right, in a hugely divided society as such there. So we find a lot of Devranamas on exposing that social equality. Can you please, Keshavrao, elaborate a little more on how, with an example, maybe possibly, how it brought about the social equality or tried to bring about the social equality at that time?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, Dasa Sahitya, as you know, it was there for a long period of time, and it reached a golden period during Vyasaraya time. We had 4 people who were, all the 4 of them were really kind of 4 pillars for Dasa Sahitya. Vyasarayaru on one side, he was composing. Purandaradasaru, a stronghold. Vadirajaru was composing Dasa Sahitya on the other side. Kanakadasaru, all these 4 people, when they were enjoying this glory of Paramatma, the people around them, they were trying to see the differentiation, and the songs came out. All these 4 understood the importance of social equality. Especially Kanakadasaru, one example that is, Kula Kulavindu Hodadadiri Nimma Kulada Ninayanaadaru Balliro. You say, for example, one of the discrimination, the social inequalities came in the form of Kula. What family, which clan you belong to, this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And the biggest impact was on Kanakadasaru, who was not a Brahmana at that time, and people looked down upon him. And people were fighting in the name of the Kula, and he wrote, and then he asked a question. He says, Jalave Sakala, Jala, water, everybody drinks the same water. Why are you differentiating? Is there a Kula for the water? Water, does it have a Kula? It does not have a kula. So can you tell me the kula of the water? He questions. And does anybody know? And we are like the bubble on the surface of the water. We live such a short time. You live with differences. The whole life goes waste. So he raises his voice and says, please don't bring these inequalities in our society. Everybody is same in the eyes of Paramatma. Paramatma treats everybody the same way. People get different ways of life elevations that are based on their karma only. Everybody is affected by the karma in the same way. So this social inequalities is a ban, it is a bad thing on our minds, so give them up. So people, every dasa, they raise their voice against inequalities. Every dasa has done that. So this is briefly something about that, yeah.
Absolutely. So the next topic I want to touch on is we live in an ultra-consumerist society, sort of use it and throw it kind of a thing. But all throughout the Dasa Sahitya, we find an element of that vairagya, right?
Yeah.
They walk the talk. For example,
Yes.
as you know, Purandara Das left whole thing and they just devoted his whole life. So is there any principle that we can imbibe from their Sahitya, specifically on with respect to greed, and why do we need the vairagya for our society? That's
Yeah. So right now we heard the song, right? Salaho, kama krodavanna vittu, bidisi salaho. So salaho, the protection itself is remove this, the root cause of greed. Kama, krodha, that's what it addresses. It doesn't say, give me this or that. Salahodu, that is the protection is remove this negative. Why? The greed eats you up. Greed comes with the ego. I have to control, I have to succeed. What if I lose? I. This I is the root cause of greed. It makes you selfish. It makes you compare with others. You are never happy with greed. And then vairagya. Vairagya is not something you leave everything, ransom. No, vairagya is internal maturity. Internal maturity. When you mature, when you see the world, when you see the suffering, you feel nanu nannadu embadu bittu. So those things, that's what the message is. Kama krodha bid. So nanu nannadu. Because you give up, because he says, we come from, where from we come? We take this body, live for a while, and then we leave. So nothing is permanent. So what is permanent? The Lord who stays in you. Make a permanent connection with Him. You will never lose it. You will lose everything in your life. We all see it. It's our anubhava. So that's why Dasara gives this. Just see it, taste it, put it in practice, see if it works. If it doesn't work for you, give it a longer time. Like the doctor gives medicine, he says take it for 2-3 weeks. So you take this medicine and see kama, krodha. So can you do it? You can't do it alone. So Hrudayadalli nintidane. He is there, he is guiding you. So the greed is never an answer. You can never satisfy greed. So take the alternative path and see for yourself if it works or not.
Thank you. That's a beautiful way of saying. Thank you very much. So, Keshavrao, you told in the beginning that Dasa Sahitya was very much important for the day-to-day common man, so to say, right? But I also know that the Dasa Sahitya, you get the stories in the name of songs, right? Even the complex philosophical subjects, or the esoteric subjects in Bhagavata or any other Upanishads or Vedanta are given in a very simple language that anybody can understand.
Yeah, sure.
Can you elaborate with some examples if you...
Sure, yeah. See, when, as earlier it was told, through examples, the Sahitya impacts us. So how can, as you say, as in complex subjects, how to use simple language? For example, musure toliyabeku, ee manasina musure toliyabeku, ಗುಸು ಗುಸು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಈಶ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ಎಂಬೋ ಹಸಿಯ ಹುಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ಅಷ್ಟ ಮದದಿಂದ ಸುಟ್ಟ ಈ ಪಾತ್ರೆಯ ವಿಷ್ಣುನಾಮವೆಂಬೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾ ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮಕ್ರೋಧ ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ಕಾಮಕ್ರೋಧದಿಂದ ಬೆಂದ ಈ ಪಾತ್ರೆಯ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣರೆಂಬೋ ಹೇಮಾನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಷವೆಂಬೋ ಪಾತ್ರೆಯ ಮುಸುರಿಯ ತೊಳೆದಿಟ್ಟು ವಿಷಸಾಕ್ಷ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲಗರ್ಪಿಸೋ ನಿತ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಮುಸುರೆ basically impurities. People say this, try to they make a fuss about the impurities. Don't worry about the outside impurities, think about the inside impurities. So through this, the complex, how to remove the inside impurities, this song will explain. Wash out the musre. So gusu vidabeku. Don't try to false rumors and all. Leave it, give it away. And ashtamadadinda sutta ee patre vishnunamo embo. This patra, this body is like a vessel. So this comparison, the complex theories are explained through comparison, through examples. So with this comparison, this is like a big patra, and take this patra, wash in the river. What is the river? Vishnu Nama Vembo Krishna Nadiyal. Vishnu Nama is like Krishna Nadi. In Vishnu Nama, you wash this body, this deha. That is how it's. So this complex kama krodha dinda benda ee patre. This patre, don't use kama krodha to boil things or to cook things. Use good gunas for doing that. So these kind of examples are given to make a complex subject easy for a common man to follow and adapt in life. So this is how, through examples, is the best approach to make a complex subject into a simplified manner.
Excellent, very well said. We can keep on going. I mean, there is no limit for the discussion, and it's an inexhaustible resource, yes, so to say. Yeah. So as a closing remark, I just want to know, like I said, they walked the talk, right? Yes. They did not just simply wrote some book and publish it, right? Yeah. How can we get impressed by that? What can we adopt from their life story itself? Can please elaborate?
Yeah, two very popular. One is Purandar Dasaru, another is Kanakadasaru. Just two extremes. So this gives us also in between. It gives us hope in the sense, look at Purandar Dasaru's life history. It is said that he is a very, 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 not only very, very rich man, but he is very greedy, very attached to wealth. Such a person, of course, forget about he is a divine and everything. They teach people like you and me. So one thing can change. That is the hope he gives us. One thing, it changes. We don't know when it will come. There will be something that will change our lifestyle. We have seen already in our lifestyle. It changes when the life changes. The greed, everything, it goes. There is hope. So he saw the emptiness of the greed, and he totally changed. Another side, you see the Kanakadasa. Nothing, everyone hated, everyone discrimination, everything is there. How did he react? Did he show his hatred? No, whatever this discrimination, whatever, he used it, he tackled it with his wisdom, with God in his heart. He tackled it. So that's the answer. We see discrimination of all kinds today. So the answer is, tackle it. Believe in him. That's what Dasaru means. Isha is there, he is there to take care. Pakshi Anganadalli Bandhu Kutante. So even your sorrows, like birds perches on your backyard, and it runs away. So the problems, we make mistakes, we fall many times. It is temporary. It will go, another thing will come. So that's how, that helps you to handle life. Nana Pariyalli Sante Beradante. So people come, we all come, we meet, we talk, everything. And then we go, Nana Pantavana, Hididu Hodante. So everything, any loss, any mistakes, anything, that second is gone, the next second has come. Have faith in him, go forward. That's the most powerful message.
I just want to conclude in how God takes care of his devotees. He's like a mother and we are like children. There are two nyayas called Markata Kishora Nyaya and Marjala Kishora Nyaya. If you see that, if you observed, in case of monkeys, the mother goes everywhere. The baby monkey holds on to the mother tightly, and it is the responsibility of the baby to take care of itself. Mother doesn't care, okay, it's up to you. You just hold on to me, I go, it jumps from tree to tree, and it's the responsibility of the baby. If you take a look at the Marjala Kishora Nyaya, the cat, the kittens, it holds the kittens with, now it's completely responsible of the mother. The kitten says, I don't know anything, I'm just here. You take care of everything. So the whole responsibility is on the mother. So two opposite pictures. Paramatma, sometimes he acts like a Markata Kishoranaya, sometimes he acts as Marjala Kishoranaya. When we are helpless, he comes, he takes care of us. But when we are, feel, oh, I am doing strong, it's up to you. You run after the God, you go after him. So depending upon the situation, Paramatma takes care of you either through Marjala Kishornyaya or through Markata Kishornyaya. He decides when it is to be done, what is to be done, but we have to do our own role also. So this is how they,
Excellent. So it's mostly we are all Markatas. So, so I would say more of a Markata Kishoranyaya at this point. Anyway, thank you very much for that exposition. Appreciate your time. There was an excellent